everyone. We are live from Grand Solmar Land's End. We are on Facebook as well as YouTube, X, Rumble, and Instagram, but we're going on Facebook in a little different way because the system I use wasn't allowing it to go on there. We saw that last night, but I didn't want you all to miss out. So I'm actually on my cell phone on Facebook. So I'll be bouncing back and forth. If you see me looking two different ways, that is the reason. We're going to be checking in with some news you can use. We're going to check in with the forecast. I know a lot of people talking about Florida and the hurricane. We'll check in with our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore, about that in just a second. And then we're going to talk about relaxation. How do you truly relax? And when you're on vacation, I'm going to ask how you go another level of relaxation and take it back home with you. And don't just leave it on vacation. All right. It is 5:02 here in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. If you're just tuning in, we are at Grand Solmar Land's End. Rose said, missed you. Well, we were here Monday live, and then we're going to wrap up our week today. I hope you had a chance to see our shows, though, that we put on over the last couple of days. We had Dealing with Negativity, which is a show that we did a year ago. We also had our homage to Marty Henley, who we had on last year. And she recently passed away, but what a beautiful woman, what a beautiful soul. We wanted to do her story all over again. And we also had Tom Tessero from the Healing Arts Center, if you had a chance to see those. So watch those over the last few days. If you missed those, we did have shows for you. We just didn't come to you live, but we are today. All right. So let's get to it. We've got weather for you. Here, I'm going to tell you it's been absolutely stunning, just gorgeous weather. We couldn't ask for better. It has not been humid, which is wonderful. I've never been to Cabo in September, but loving this weather here. But you want to know what's happening back home. So let's do our What the Weather segment.
Has been looking significant for a couple of days. So
good morning to you.
Good morning, Monica.
Finally.
Nice to be here.
All right, everybody that's on Facebook, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see him. First of all, good morning to you, Beckett Moore. How are you?
Good morning. How's your vacation been?
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. You see that behind me? That is Land's End. That is the El Arco, the wonderful rock here in Cabo San Lucas that everybody gets a chance to see on the boats. And that is right where we are, Beckett. We are right up against that. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I bet. That looks beautiful.
He's like, yeah, thanks a lot for not taking me. Well, I know you and I were just talking before we went on about rain coming in our area, but I would be remiss if I didn't start with what everybody is talking about here. So the news you can use for anybody that has friends, family members in Florida, et cetera. Let's talk about the hurricane.
Yeah, so Hurricane Helene made landfall at around 10 o'clock last night. And if we look at the satellite imagery right now, you can see now it's into the Carolinas, bringing flooding rains through South and North Carolina. But it made landfall with storm surge, strong winds, gusts up to 140 miles per hour around Perry to Tallahassee, Apalachicola region of Florida, in that Big Bend region, kind of in between the peninsula and the panhandle of Florida. But now we're talking about flooding rains. We have flash flood emergencies in Atlanta, in the Atlanta metro area. And now the storm, Hurricane Helene, now it's going to be greatly weakening, not a hurricane anymore. And that's moving flooding rains in North Carolina, South Carolina. And that's actually where my dad and my brother are, in North Carolina. And the hotel lobby there has flooded because it's just been raining nonstop for the past, say, 12 hours there. So a lot of rain totals really racking up. But in the St. Louis area, we are going to get some of that rain as we head towards today. 68 as our high today, with a 90% chance of rain, pretty much raining all day here. Low of 65 tonight. Tomorrow we warm up just a bit. Still have some of those showers around with a 40% chance of showers. Also, same thing as we head into Sunday with a high of 76. So overall this weekend, not the best for those outdoor activities. But then as we head into next week, it's going to be feeling like a nice fall week. 78 on Monday, mostly cloudy skies. And then we do drop down to 75 on Tuesday and 68 on Wednesday as we see a cold front come through Tuesday afternoon, and keeping that sunshine as we head towards late next week.
So your brother and your father, have you been talking to them, and are they okay?
Yes, they are, but the lobby there is flooded, and there's just a lot of ponding and flooding going on in the town they are. Yeah.
Holy cow. And I know people have been talking about the wind speed. Some people were saying 125 miles per hour. I heard 140. What's the highest you've heard?
I think around 130 to 140 there where it made landfall.
Oh my goodness. Well, please keep in touch with me and let me know that your family is doing okay. And obviously, all of you that have family in any of the area that Beckett was mentioning, again, everybody's thoughts and prayers are going out to all of those. I hope all of you are great back in St. Louis, and hopefully, we don't have too rocky of a flight back on Sunday.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, Beckett, thank you again so much, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Thank you. Sounds good.
All right, everybody, that is aspiring meteorologist Beckett Moore. I'm turning the camera again. As I mentioned, if you just tuned in, Facebook on this system that we have wasn't firing, but I didn't want you all to miss out. So we are live, just in a little different way here on Facebook and then on X and Rumble and YouTube. Do me a favor and pass along to everyone that shortly, in about a half hour or so, you'll see the gorgeous ocean again. I am going to give you a little news you can use. Well, hi, Doug Allison. We were just talking about you here by the pool. My friends that are here with us, Sarah Franco, who a lot of you have gotten to know over the last year. Sarah and her husband, Brandon, are here with us. We've met some wonderful people, and I ran into my dear friend, Angelina Renee, who some of you, if you know me over the last, 15 years or so, you probably have heard me talk about her in the past. She's an incredible dance instructor. And Jim and I happened to walk down to, was it yesterday? I think yesterday, down to the arch to take some pictures. And all of a sudden I hear Monica. And I thought maybe it was a viewer that happened to be down here. I turn my head and it is a dear friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while. She is from St. Louis, but she's in Texas, and she is here with her boyfriend. So it was so cool to run into somebody just randomly who bought here back in, I think, like, I don't know, 2014 or 15. And here she is. We didn't even plan it. Here she is on her vacation the exact same time. And neither one of us ever come, by the way, in September, which was the craziest thing. But anyway, we sat around at the pool. And if Doug Allison is still on, which I just saw him, say hi, Doug, if you are. We were talking about you and Lisa. My husband actually said, where in the heck did he go? We planned a big gala last year that we held at Clayton Winehouse, and the recipient of our charity side, the nonprofit side, was Yuppie Puppy, Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. And now we are doing their gala. I'm going to MC and auctioneer their gala coming up on October 19th, which should be a lot of fun. So, yes, good morning to all of you. If you are on Facebook, and that's why I wanted to come on this morning this way, even if we had to do it on the cell phone, I didn't want you all to miss out. So, Hannah Ledford is at home moderating for you, and she'll drop in comments on all of the platforms. So, feel free to watch wherever you want to. If you want a little different view, though, you might want to try to watch on one of the other platforms, because I'm going to drop in a bunch of pictures, and instead of turning the camera back and forth, you might want to, or maybe even bring both up like I have right now. I've got two cameras working so that we can come to you on all the platforms. Let's see. All the people that are on. Jill, thank you, by the way, for your wonderful son, Jill Moore. Good morning to Julie Purcell. Let's see. Good morning. Are you okay? Me? Yes. The hurricane has nothing to do with the Pacific Ocean over here, if that's what you're asking, Julie. Kathleen Morris said good morning earlier. Let me see. I said hi to Rose. She said she missed us. We've been here. We've been live on Monday and then today. Good morning, Sean. Let's see. Hannah said, here's the YouTube link if you guys want to watch the show on there. Yes. So if you want to look at the moderating, and please do so, because they do a hard job always dropping in everything that you need. So Hannah on the Facebook side just dropped in everything you need to know. Richard said, I have not seen Beckett in a while. He looks 5 years older. Oh, really? Yes, he's maturing on us already right in front of our eyes. Oh, General Wilson, I love you so much. Good morning, Joe. Good morning. How are you? I wish, you know what? Do me a favor, General. I need you to reach out to me because I want to have you on the show. He is a phenomenal singer. If you've ever seen him, look him up, by the way. And Hannah, if you can do me a favor, maybe grab a link of him singing the national anthem. He's so phenomenal. Melody Nicastro, good morning to you. I'm looking at all the people on Facebook. Let me say good morning for anybody that's popping on. Yanology just joined us on Instagram. I'm not sure if she's still on, but I hope so. Sarah Glasser. I will be with her for a noontime show on October 10th. And it looks like Illuminate Health and Wellness was also on Instagram. That is our dear friend, Lindsay Egan. I hope that all of you get a chance to come out and see the show live October 10th at noon. And then we'll be doing a really cool Feel the Authenticity workshop with the analogy coming up in December. Again, I need to know from you. Would you rather that be on a Saturday, a Sunday, or a weekday? I've got some dates that I'll be dropping in for you when I come back from Cabo, but you got to weigh in and let me know what your preference is. All right. Good morning, Lisa McKeever. Look, go to good morning. Let me see. Let me pop over here real quick. Yeah, it's easier for me to see on the Facebook side, but let's talk about a little news you can use while I come to you live on all these channels in two different ways. Have you heard about the latest with Southwest Airlines? So my first news you can use story, and again, if you want to see all the pictures and all that, you might want to watch on two different platforms or just completely go over to our YouTube side. Southwest actually announcing when they are planning to start their assigned seating. So for those of you that, like we did, fly Southwest and you're used to that cattle call, it's all going to change. Their whole boarding process will be seeing some changes, but they're not doing this until next year. The airline actually shared yesterday that its passengers will be able to book a reserved seat, which is something if you fly Southwest that you are not used to, starting in late 2025 for flights in early 2026. So this whole thing, this process will roll out, but it doesn't sound like you're actually going to have it used until early 2026. Southwest previously announced in July that it would start moving away from the open seating model that it has been known for over its 53 years of service. And I know there was a ton of people on the flights where we were coming into Houston and then coming here to Cabo saying, this is what we loved about Southwest. The fares were down. People said they didn't mind. They went on 24 hours before, and you go ahead and get your seat or your stand in line, and then pick your seats. I actually don't mind it, but now they're going to follow suit. So CNN actually reported that the airline will also begin to offer premium seating for the first time, but that it's going to push back the start of assigned seating because the planes will now have to be, which is what everybody was asking, reconfigured. Southwest CEO Robert Jordan said earlier this year that many of the airline's passengers told them they wanted to have an assigned seat. So that's my question to you. Whether you are on our Facebook side right now, let me know what you think about the whole process of the way Southwest has always done it. Is it your preference for it to change the way every other airline is? Or should it stay exactly as it is right now? Let me know what you think about that. Again, if you're just tuning in and I see a bunch of people popping on left and right, we are on all of our platforms, but two different ways. So I've got two cameras set up right now because Facebook and Meta are down with some streaming platforms. But I didn't want all of our Facebook fans to miss out. So weigh in for me, and I'll look at the comments coming in on my cell phone. What is your preference? Do you like the way Southwest does it right now? Are you frustrated that Southwest is going to just go the route that every other airline is doing? Kind of just talking with you about a little news you can use this morning. I didn't used to fly Southwest because I think from a marketing standpoint, I always heard people say that they hated the cattle call. Now that I have flown Southwest, I'm actually is going to say that I wish they wouldn't change it. So you tell me, if you're a Southwest Airlines flyer, do you like the fact that they're changing, or would you prefer that they stay the same? So again, according to the CEO, surveys showed that 80% of its customers and 86% of potential customers wanted the option of a seat assignment. He actually told CNBC, I know there are going to be customers who say, I want to stay with open seating. But he says that's a minority of people. Additionally, Southwest will still let passengers check 2 bags for free. The airline has no immediate plans to end the bags fly free program, which is good news. But did you like the way they had it? Just feel free to weigh in whatever platform you're on this morning. All right, speaking of airports, look at this. And again, if you're on my other platforms, then you'll be able to see the picture that I have up. I'm not going to turn the camera back and forth. You can just listen to me here on Facebook this morning. Border Patrol intercepted 700 pounds of bologna. Before I get to that, let's see. Joy says, I don't like the cattle call. I like to know where my seat is ahead of time. Well, and that's the thing for people that are on Southwest. The fares were always cheaper, and you could go in 24 hours before, and you could pick that. So I mean, at least you could get into if you're in A1 through 10, I mean, you're getting one of the first seats. Mary said, I like open seating. See, it's going to go back and forth. General, Southwest has not addressed how they will handle their A-list preferred customers, have they? Yeah, no kidding. See, all these questions. So he said, I love the way it's set up now. So see, they're saying that mindset is the minority, but it doesn't seem so, at least from my own viewers. So weigh in if you're on Facebook or if you're on any of the other platforms. Let me hop over to Instagram and see if anybody's commenting there yet. Nope. Tell us what you think about that. So again, as I mentioned, if you're looking at our other platforms, you're seeing all this baloney laid out. Border Patrol intercepted 700 pounds of bologna. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized more than 700 pounds at the Mexico border. This happened on Wednesday, along with nearly 300 boxes of prescription medication, more than $7,000 in cash, all from the same vehicle. Agents said they found the items when they stopped this vehicle. It was driven by a 43-year-old woman who is a U.S. citizen. They did not identify the woman. Officials say the woman only declared a cooked meal, but when they searched the vehicle, they found several suitcases that seemed heavier than they should have been. And I'm going to turn the camera so you can see this for a second. This was the inside of her car. This is everything that they seized. And then look at all that bologna. So if you're on Facebook right now, just trying to show you some of this. Inside, they found 400 rolls of Mexican bologna, totaling 748 pounds. Mexican bologna, by the way, is a prohibited product because it is made from pork, and it has the potential for introducing foreign animal diseases to the U.S. pork industry. So they always ask, do you have any food? Do you have any plants, etc.? And the woman said she only had a cooked meal. Also in the vehicle, 280 boxes, which I just showed to our Facebook fans, of prescription drugs, 280 boxes, including opioids, muscle relaxers, and $7,600 in concealed cash. The woman, how much do you think she would be fined? She was fined $1,000, and the bologna was seized and destroyed. The drugs, the cash, the vehicle were also seized. But what the heck? Why does she have all this baloney? It's just weird. All right, here's the story that I've been waiting to do for you. Okay, I've told a lot of people that I wouldn't have any desire to get back into the news, but I always said that one of my dreams, and if you know me, you probably know what I'm getting ready to say. Actually, I'm going to do this for the people that are on Facebook right now. If you really, really know me, do you know what network from a national standpoint that I always wanted to work for? Because I have some news about this that my mom, if she's watching or she watches this later, she'll say, do it, go for it. Melody says assigned seating is great, but will fares go up? Yes, there's so many questions. And if you just tuned in, I was mentioning that it's going to be this reconfiguration in 2025, but the flights that you will take with this won't go till 2026. So still a lot of questions. She says open seating and lower fares is just fine with me. That's Melody Nicastro. Terry said open seating is fine, but some people abuse it, which makes it hard for families with children above the age for pre-boarding. Oh, whoa. Let's see. Difficult to sit together. Also, I think that there should be a weight limit or a size limit if you don't fit into your seat and you're overflowing into the next person's seat. Well, yes, I've always believed that people should pay for two different seats if that is the case. Let's see. She says safety reasons they should have to purchase two seats. Yep. I know this sounds cruel. No, it doesn't. But I believe it should happen if you can't find your seatbelt because the next person is in your seat. That's a safety problem. I agree. Generald says, wow, that's a bunch of baloney. Exactly. Mark, you are correct. And Mark Coulter, by the way, was just here at Grand Solmar, and he can tell you all how amazing this resort is. And Mark, you and I need to talk, by the way, because I spoke with the general manager and he's got a little something he wants to help you with. So you are correct. So for those of you that are on our other platforms, you're going to see the pictures I'm putting up right now. Let me turn it. This wonderful woman, can you believe this? Hoda Kotb is leaving the Today Show. This is huge. This is huge news. I want to stay with this story for just a second and stay with these pictures. I absolutely love this woman. I am honored for a lot of people to say that they say my personality, my care for the world reminds them of her. She announced that she's leaving the Today Show. This had to be a really difficult decision, and I wonder what's behind this. But she announced she's leaving the Today Show after co-anchoring the morning show for the last 6 years. According to Today, Kotb shared the news in a letter addressed to the show's staff yesterday. She said, as I write this, and I quote, my heart is all over the map. I know I'm making the right decision, but it's a painful one. Copy started working for NBC News back in 1998 as a correspondent for Dateline. She joined the Today Show team in 2007. She started co-anchoring the show with Savannah Guthrie. That was in 2018. According to NBC News, it was, of course, following the whole Matt Lauer debacle when he was fired amid sexual harassment allegations. Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie were the show's first all-women anchor team. In her letter, Copy expressed gratitude towards her Today Show co-workers, including Guthrie, Jenna Bush Hager, and Al Roker. Savannah, my rock; Jenna, my ride or die; Al, my longest friend at 30 Rock. That was the quote that she put in the note, again for NBC. During the show taping yesterday, Cotby said she made the decision after turning 60 this year. She said, and I quote, "I realized that this was the time for me to turn the page at 60 and to try something new." Now, according to Today, she hopes to spend more time with her two daughters. She has a 7-year-old, Haley, and 5-year-old, Hope. She said, and I quote, "My broadcast career has been beyond meaningful. A new decade of my life lies ahead." She wrote in the note, "Now my daughters and my mom need and deserve a bigger slice of my time pie." Cotby said she will stay on the Today Show through the start of 2025 and plans on staying with NBC despite leaving the show. However, she did not share what her future projects will be. NBC, by the way, has not announced who will co-anchor the show once Cotby leaves. Do you understand that that was my longtime dream? Yes. So I was a huge fan of Katie Couric. I liked Katie and Matt together, by the way. What did you think of that team? When that all broke up, I was super proud of Katie for going into evening news. She was one of the very first women evening national correspondents. And I actually haven't. Is she still doing a show? I haven't seen her in a while. But when Matt Lauer left and Hoda came on, I just fell in love with her. Who can't? She's just so lovable and so kind and so genuine and so real. But leaving the Today Show now, and I haven't watched in a while. I like it again. I'm not a big fan of watching the negativity of the news, but one of the reasons I love her is she always did that beautiful balance. That was one of the things about Katie, by the way. If you watch the Today Show, Katie was wonderful in being able to be a true journalist and then be able to mix in the fun and the love and just America's sweetheart. And then that's, I think, why we all took to Hoda so much. Are you a fan of Hoda Kotb? Let me know. So Terry says, I need everyone to keep my dad in their prayers. Okay, he's currently in the hospital. We'll do that for sure. What do you think about Hoda Kotb, by the way? So let me take this off the screen for the other platforms. Feel free to weigh in wherever you are, live now, or you can do it when you watch the show, later today, etc. But this is big news. If you're a fan of the Today Show, I had heard rumblings, whether it's true or not, over the last few years of some problems with, I'm not going to say who, with some of the co-anchors. And I don't know if that played into it or if it really is that she wants to spend more family time, which I absolutely can understand. But yeah, so I couldn't wait to do that story for you today. I also wanted to do this one. There's a St. Louis USPS worker that was indicted on charges of mail theft and pandemic fraud. Get this. So, St. Louis worker, Anthony, I think it's Verdure, maybe the second 29-year-old, let's just put it this way, 29-year-old guy was indicted on Wednesday on 3 counts of mail theft and 1 of wire fraud. The indictment claims that he stole checks of more than $1.5 million in value while working at the Postal Service Processing and Distribution Center on Market, where he had access to all first-class mail routed through the center. The indictment also claims that he fraudulently applied for and received a pandemic protection program loan in 2021. The loan was worth over $20,000. It was for a tobacco store called Verdure Dynamics and had false information about the store's income, with him supplying a false IRS Schedule C in support of the application. The indictment claims that the address listed for the storefront was his grandmother's house. If convicted, charges of wire fraud, by the way, carry a fine of up to 20 years in prison. $250,000 fine or both. Charges of mail theft carry a penalty of up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. The U.S. Postal Service Office of Inspector General and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service investigated the case. The assistant U.S. attorney is prosecuting it. So not worth it, buddy. Not worth it at all. And then this one, okay, if you're a fan of Simone Biles, you got to love this. she and her husband are just the sweetest couple, and I just love everything that this is no play on this. Everything she touches turns to gold. She's actually opening a new restaurant called The Taste of Gold. She's on her next great adventure, and she's opening up this restaurant in her name. There's a news release that came out earlier this week announcing that Bile's new restaurant called Taste of Gold is under construction at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. So when I go back through there, I'm gonna see if I can see this, because evidently this was taken. Well, it looks like it's at Gate A. Simone Biles' Taste of Gold coming soon. So if you fly Southwest or any airline and you go through Houston, you'll actually see this. So she's a Houston native, by the way, the greatest gymnast of all time, partnering with the Playmakers Group to make Taste of Gold a reality. And this is a quote from her. She says, "I'm a foodie at heart, and our hope with Taste of Gold is to offer a beautiful dining experience that features award-winning signature menu items with some of my favorite flavors sprinkled in for our guests. The chef-crafted menu will feature signature food and beverage items. The restaurant will be located inside the IAH Terminal A. Okay, it's near Gate 8. So if I get a chance to go through, I don't know how long our layover is, but I'll check that out. And we'll see like if they have a time frame on this. Looks like, let's see, it's expected to open in the first quarter, okay, of 2025. So there you go. And then I was looking at the Mizzou football schedule. Do they have a bye this week? It looks like it. Saturday, October 5th, they're playing Texas A&M, Mizzou and Texas A&M. And then looks like UMass is on tap on October 12th. Auburn, that's the game that I wish I could see, but that is when I am emceeing the Whole New World Yuppie Puppies Gala. How many of you are going to go see Mizzou and Auburn play at Mizzou, by the way, October 19th? Alabama and Mizzou after that. Then they play Oklahoma, and then they play South Carolina. But I believe they've got a bye. It looks like it, according to their schedule. Let's pull their schedule up. Here you go. So they played Vanderbilt. Yeah, Texas. Okay, got it. Yes, it appears that way. So hello, everybody, by the way. If you're looking like, why is Monica looking back and forth? And you didn't tune in first. We are on multiple platforms right now. Looks like we've got, 20, 30, almost 50 people on right now on YouTube, on X, on Rumble, on Instagram, and on Facebook. But my Facebook fans, I'm coming to you on my cell phone because the platform, as I mentioned, was not working. If you want to, though, be on Facebook with me, I'm going to take a quick commercial break on all the other platforms that I can, we'll have a little talk. It's like the show between the show that will stay here on with you. And then we'll come back with everybody else. And we'll talk about how you relax in life in general. What do you call relaxation? And how do you take it on a whole new level when you come back from vacation? Because if you leave it here by the ocean, it didn't really do its job, did it? I just want to know how you carry it with you and what you take back with you after you're on vacation. All right, we'll be right back with everybody but Facebook. I'll stay with you live. We'll be right back.
Exactly. One of our things we always say is we want everybody to leave with a smile.
Oh, and trust me, they do. I've seen a lot of smiles here today. There's so many levels of why you will love these ladies, but giving back to the community, supporting the community, collaborating with other businesses.
Base pace. Now we give parameters here. Power walkers generally use incline. Yeah, I know.
Go, girls, go!
Because you're not only getting some great local roasted coffee, you're getting good people.
Good people is what it's about. And by the way, that person who turned up their nose, karma is that you know what.
Everyone needs to be kind. And it starts really with the adults. And then it goes down because we're the ones that are instilling this in our children, in our families, and everything thereafter.
We are live on location. And this is a really cool thing. This is exactly what we can do from your business. We call it Mobile Monica. You know, I'm always on the move. Yes, we absolutely can do the Mobile Monicas for you anywhere in the world. I am right now live on vacation from Grand Solmar, Cabo San Lucas, Grand Solmar Lands End. And, you know, we're talking about relaxation and how you bring that back home with you. Well, this is what I'm going to transition from the ocean over here to the beautiful Zen place. A couple places I think that'll really continue the feel that I have going on vacation right now. This one is Elemental Aesthetics, one of our newest sponsors. We absolutely love everyone that works there. Immediately when I walked in, I just cracked up. I mean, it's just the feel of the staff. They're always laughing. They're there to bring you all of the top experiences that you can, whether it is facial, whether it's laser treatments. We've been mentioning if you want to do a little dermaplaning, you want to do microdermabrasion, you want to do your nails, you want to lay in this. I can't wait to talk about this bed. This is something I have never heard of before, but they have sound and vibration there. Rental Aesthetics, again, located at 425 New Dallas in Creve Coeur, Suite 206. And when we get a chance to talk with Jennifer again, we will talk more about all their services. She said she's priding herself in St. Louis of always having the top of the top. So Jennifer Warman-Bloss, she is the owner of Elemental Aesthetics. And if you haven't made your appointment yet, please do so. I can't wait to show you that's maybe the thing that I want to do next is talk about salt therapy room. And if you are on my other platforms, you're seeing this beautiful room. Not only does it look gorgeous, but it pipes in salt therapy. What's it all for? I know for people that have rosacea, they've been using it. And then they have the red light therapy, but it's also blue light. That's Jennifer right there, by the way. You can change the colors to whatever you want. There's a purple. I think I would do the purple. And then I mentioned the nails. You can have your nails done as well. Just so many levels of service and Elemental Aesthetics. So again, located in Creve Coeur, 425 North New Dallas Road. Love you, Jennifer. Can't wait to see you again very, very soon. All right, we are back. We are here at Grand Solmar Lands, and I want to thank the entire staff. I'm just such a huge fan of Manny, who is a true ambassador of this resort. He has been a dear friend of ours since we came back in 2012, I guess is the first time that I came here. I've had so many people over the years ask me about this resort, ask me if they can buy my week, ask me if they can buy online. Yes, you can. You can go online. It is a little bit more expensive, I will tell you. That's why I bought down here. So back in 2010, this was literally all under construction. It was a hard hat tour that we came through, and immediately I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, first of all, the reason why is it's right up against the arch. So most people have to go to the marina, get in a boat, come around to see the beautiful arch, what everybody knows as the true staple of Cabo San Lucas. It is right next to our hotel. So I am looking at it every morning as the sun comes up. And then I also had the opportunity to when I talk about relaxation, I've had 3 massages while I'm here. If you come, I want you to ask for Rocio. I told her that I wanted to bring her back to St. Louis with me. I need her in my life in St. Louis. Some of the most incredible massages I've ever had. And so this is the view we have, by the way, looking out at the ocean. For people that don't want to get in the sand, you don't have to. There is an infinity pool that looks directly out at the ocean the entire time. There it is. And if you remember the hurricane, by the way, back in 2014, Hurricane Odile, here we are talking about another hurricane in Florida, but in 2014, it was right here in the Pacific Ocean, Hurricane Odile. If you look back at any of the news footage from back in 2014, you see this infinity pool just get ripped and pulled into the ocean. That was it. And they had to do this big rebuild, and they did. And it's just absolutely stunning here. So, you know, when we talk about Mobile Monica's and I tell you that we can come to you live from anywhere, it is just incredible that here I am in Mexico able to come to all of you and show you this beautiful resort. I've been hanging right there by the pool and taking in the incredible views. This is right down by the arch. So this is just for us, we just walk right down the beach and enjoy it. But if you've ever thought about staying in Cabo San Lucas, and you always say, I don't know, where should we stay? This is the place I want you to stay. And the man that's on my right here, this is Manny. That's who I want you to seek out. As soon as you come, I was talking with the general manager yesterday, and he's like, Monica, you're so right. Manny is one of the most incredible ambassadors for us. The guy on the left we're going to go see tomorrow. He is the owner of Uno Mas, which is this small little kind of pop-up hut bar, but he makes the most incredible frozen drinks that you've ever had, and they are so inexpensive. So Eva, you're going to have to hop on here. I'll do this. Let me turn back and forth. So as I mentioned, we are on multiple platforms, but for those of you that are on Facebook, just for today, and I'm hoping they fix it soon, I can't show you unless I do it this way, and I hope that you can see this. So if you're not familiar with the arches, Eva, this is the arches in Grand Solmar, going back through those. Now I want to show you All right, there we go. Lost my mic for a second. Stingray. Stingrays. Yep. There they are. That was cool. Can you see that? Okay, I'm going to put this back down for a second as I talk to everybody else on the platforms. I'll try to go back and forth, Eva. Sorry, again, the platform would not accept Facebook here, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So if you see, yeah, can you see them bouncing out of the ocean? That huge dark spot. We just were sitting there having breakfast, and all of a sudden started seeing these stingrays jumping up out of the ocean. So that's why I was mentioning you may want to be on my YouTube page. I'll probably have more people on YouTube today so that they can see without me bouncing back and forth. Just the coolest thing. We also, yeah, the water is beautiful, Rose. You can start to see behind me now as the sun starts to come up. Here in about 10 minutes, you're going to see the beauty of Grand Solmar, Land's End. But I do want to show you different things. Yesterday, and I'll post this on my stories, we went down to, there's probably about 6 or 7 different pools here. Everybody started taking their cameras out and we were trying to figure out what they were looking at. It was a sea turtle. And we've seen so many huge mounds of all these moms that are laying the eggs. And then there's people that have just up, there's like a mile stretch of this beach that we walk. There's probably about 2 or 3 guys that were taking the eggs, and then they're actually, the incubation period is like 45 days. So they're actually helping the moms as they exhaust themselves, come up out of the ocean, and they bury the eggs in the sand. It's like a hatchery. These guys these men and women, they take them over just about a half a mile from where we are right now, and they are helping all of them. And then they take care of them. But they have a sign that says everything that we can do to help the babies, to help the moms. 1 in 1,000, they're saying, will make it to adulthood. Only 1 in 1,000. All that work that mom does, there's about 100 plus babies that she's hatching, and only 1 in 1,000 make it as an adult. That just breaks my heart. I'm sorry. It just absolutely breaks my heart. For those of you, let's see, we've got 60 of you on right now. I'm going to try to turn this back and forth so you can. Together these slides for me. She is part of my team. She was one of our interns from SIUE. So taking a look at some pictures, I mentioned that we ran into my dear friend Angela. That is her on the right with her boyfriend Philip. And then for those of you that have been watching the show for a while, you should know that beautiful face on the left. That's who we're down here with. That is Sarah Franco. So let me go ahead and do this because you guys, those of you on Facebook, it's not fair for you not to see what everybody else is looking at. So let me try to hold this for you. So Sarah here on the left, she was our title sponsor for the last year, and we became really, really, really dear friends. Let's go through some more of these. So we went out, and I told you I was going to recap the week for you. We went out on a beautiful dinner cruise. So if you ever do come to Cabo and you want to know our recommendations, that's what I'm doing here for you. I would recommend that you go out on the Cabo Ray. Not only do you get a chance to see the beautiful sunset, but you also have an incredible dance performance. I think it's the same people that we saw a handful of years ago. They did this wonderful tango. Then you got the younger generation that was doing more of the truly culture-inspired dances. Again, wonderful food, just a phenomenal time. We've had great dinners here at La Roca, which is at Grand Solmar. We're going on a Eat Like a Local tour tomorrow, but just taking some views and not missing out, by the way, on my workouts. So we're talking about what you do for relaxation. For me, I get some of the most incredible workouts ever because I don't have to wear the hat of personal trainer, life coach, all the other things that we do with my brand. So I get to relax. On the left, that is Jim and myself right after we enjoyed a couples massage. So that's what I want to ask. Do you do massages on vacation? Do you take walks on the beach, or do you not even want to get in the sand? We took the walk yesterday, and that's when we saw the hatchery having, of course, the meal plan so that we can enjoy some incredible food. Now, Sarah and Brandon, they went fishing, so we enjoyed all of their, the dorado that they caught. And here we go. We're relaxing. There we are, walking down the arch. So happy he is, so am I. And this, We've had this done to us, by the way, twice. Here at Grand Solmar Land's End, they surprised us when we first checked in. And then they did this on the Cabo Ray, by the way, to many more years. I love you. That's right. Ashlyn, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Our anniversary, our official anniversary, is next week, October 3rd. And then this view. That is the view, by the way, when you have they incorporate the elements of the ocean. We did one here, and then this picture. This was the couples massage. And after the couples massage, they give you like, 4 courses? I was like, oh my gosh, I am so full. That chocolate to die for on the left-hand side. We also took a shuttle over to the sister resort, which is Grand Solmar Pacific Dunes, and we ate at Annika for the first time. They were so amazing. They were so appreciative of us coming over. They made Mexican coffee, by the way, which I'll have to show you that video on my stories when I come back. Have you ever had that done, by the way? A Mexican coffee where they light everything on fire. There's us on the boat. That's Brandon and Sarah. Again, those are our friends that we're down here with. Just having an incredible time. So there you go. I was able to show you all the pictures. Any questions about the resort, let me know. But what I want to know, as we start to see everything behind me that I wanted you all to see, what do you do on vacation that you can learn from to bring back home with you? That's the thing that goes wrong. So one of the promises I made myself, because I feel so much better, for those of you that knew that I was having some issues with my neck, that's why I had 3 massages while I was here. Because to me, that's the true healing art, right? It is letting go. So when my husband doesn't get massages often, and the lady that did his massage, her name is Annabelle. My lady, again, Rocio, she's just one of the best massage therapists that I have ever had. Annabelle told my husband, sir, can I make a suggestion? And he said, yeah, sure. And she said, whenever you get a massage, trust us. I thought it was the cutest thing. And he was like, oh, I thought I did. And she's like, no. So he evidently was, kind of fighting it. He does have something wrong with his shoulder. So I think it was more so that he was protecting his shoulder. But she was saying that he didn't completely relax. So if you get a massage, are you the same way? Do you tense up? What's going through your mind? Or are you like me, where you just completely let go? So when I talk about the relaxation of the ocean, one, do you come back and do you buy one of those sound machines and do you listen to the ocean to bring this back home with me, to bring this back home with you? Do you get massages and do you continue that? So Jim said that I need to make a promise to him and myself that I will do that. As Matt says, meeting new people and spreading kindness. Yes, we've now met, we had a mixology class with a couple from Toronto, or no, Vancouver. So hi to Neil, if they watch this, hi to Neil and Maria. We met Stuart and Sherry. We actually had dinner with them last night, invited them to eat this fish that Sarah and Brandon caught because we had way too much fish for everybody. They're going on the Eat Like a Local tour with us. Again, just met them, brand new people, sharing time together. And then, of course, our own friends that we're down here with and the ones that I ran into. So, yes, do you meet new friends? We asked this on Monday. Do you meet new friends and do you carry them with you and actually stay in touch and maybe even go on vacations together? Do you read on vacation? Because there's a lot of people that have books down here or they have their Kindles. And one of the ladies that I heard, she's like, this is not me at all, that I don't normally, she said she read an entire book yesterday. And she said that was the one thing that you have to learn to slow down in life. Otherwise, you don't get to do any of these things. But so my big question is for all of you, before we wrap up here in the next 15 minutes, how do you get yourself, though, to do what you do on vacation? There's a reason why we go on vacation, right? It is to recharge, reset in life. Good morning to all of you that are signing on. Beautiful water, I know, right? I'm going to get a chance to show you even more of it here as the sun starts to come up. How do you take this home with you? So when you go on vacation, that's my big question. Excuse me. Matt says he swims a lot. Anybody else? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pop back over to Instagram. Anybody's with any questions over here? Nope, not yet. So what do we do wrong in life? We go on vacation, but we leave it here. How do you take your feel, your energy on vacation? How do you take that with you and carry it forward wherever you live? And I'm hoping that we get more and more viewers now that I'm meeting people from all over the world, different countries, different states. Hello to all of you that are watching live now and getting a chance to watch us later. So Julie says, I bring home sand from the beach. We did that in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. It was the black sand, and they have red sand also. Yeah, that's a great idea because then it allows you to go back and have that same feel. What about everybody else? What do you do? Oh, Dot says, good morning, beautiful. She's on YouTube. Massage is so important on a regular basis. Thank you for the reminder. Dot, I have had 3. Can you believe it? I've had a hot stone massage. How many of you have done that? I have deep tissue, and this woman was, I couldn't believe how strong she was. But again, the need for it. And Jim even said, he's like, why is my nose all stuffy? And I said, that's the toxins that they push out of you and the need to drink a lot of water. Matt says, before you leave vacation, you book another one so you have something to look forward to. Matt, you know what? That's so very true. So hi, Ning, dear friend of mine that wrote me yesterday, actually, and brought back some wonderful memories from a few years ago. So you're right, Matt. That is such a good idea. So is that what you're saying? I need to book my massage before I come home so that it's already on the schedule. That is a great idea. And that is how you make that promise stick. Very true. And there's a woman, by the way, this is how we go from Rocio here at Grand Solmar Land's End to the Ritz-Carlton in St. Louis. There's a woman there, but she broke her foot. So I would have to probably work with one of the women that she works with. But we did our live show from the Ritz-Carlton, and I just absolutely fell in love with Liz. She is such a great massage therapist, but she broke her foot, so she's off for a little while. So I need to find someone that I think is on course with how good she is and how good this woman here is. Because for me, I don't want someone what about you all? Do you do massages? And if so, do you do Swedish massages? Because for me, that's just like going through the motion. I need a deep tissue massage. I want them to get in and I work out hard, so I want them to do that first of all, but it's also from the car accident. I need them to work through this. Okay, we're starting to get this beautiful view. And for those of you that are on YouTube, X, Rumble, and Instagram, you're getting this gorgeous full view. For those of you on Facebook, let me lift this up. There you go. Here you go. This is our view. And for those friends of mine that I've invited here before, you got to make it happen because there's nothing like this. You might understand now why this is my home away from home. So I'm talking about bringing this back home with you and the importance of not going on vacation and just having it here and there. I mentioned on Monday that I meet people from Europe and they talk about how they have holiday and they talk about having a month and 2 months and 3 months of holiday, which is our vacations. We get a couple of weeks and we think that that's going to take care of us for an entire 365 days. That's where we go wrong, I think, in the United States. They got it right. And that's sometimes why I feel like I want to move to another country. They've got it right. But if we can't do that, then we have to take it back home. Hi, Michelle Marisi. Haven't talked to you in a while. Diana Melton, Jessica Zimmerman, good morning to you. Julie Purcell, Andy Cohen, Bill Stadler, John Andrews. Hello, hello, hello. How do you relax and how do you take this back home? So I brought a couple of books down. I have had a pretty packed week as far as the spa feel. The first time ever since I've been coming down here in 2012 that I've had a vacation the way I'm having it this time around. This time has definitely been a spa vacation, a true relaxation vacation. So I've had it staggered where I've had massages by myself, had the couples massages right up against the arch. And the reason I love this resort is because they have 2 different areas kind of bookending the resort of being able to do massages, but everything's out in the elements and they incorporate the elements. So you're having this wonderful massage while you're listening to the ocean instead of being inside at a spa inside of the resort where you miss out on this. They definitely do it right here. So people reading their Kindles, their books, walking on the beach. We saw yesterday a woman and Jim goes, is she doing yoga? And I said, she's meditating and she was doing deep breathing. So she was sitting facing the ocean in the sand, again, like this, and then doing this big, deep belly breathing and just immersing herself in the beauty of the elements. And she just looked so at peace. So when we talk about calmness, let me bring this back to St. Louis for a second. There is a place that I'm going to be, and I'm asking you to spread the word to all of your friends and family. If you can be there live with us, I would love to see you in person. It's at 12 o'clock on October 10th. It's a place called Yenology, and the owner is Sarah Glasser. She is having us do a mobile Monica from her store. I know a lot of you have stopped in already. Thank you for doing that, by the way, because we always ask you to support those that support us so that we can continue this wonderful show of positivity and hope and light, inspiration, kindness for the world. We give you news you can use. We come to you from anywhere that you want in the world. We'll be doing Italy in a couple of months. So think about where you would like us to take our Mobile Monica show, and we will do that for you. Again, you're seeing on the bottom, please share, like, follow all of our pages. I also want to do a special thank you, by the way, to our wonderful sponsors, which keep growing and growing. Regional Dermatology will get a chance to be back with Dr. Sarah Jensen on Monday. Can't wait to see her. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa will be there this coming Thursday as we get ready for the big Whole New World Gala. And those tickets, by the way, are on sale. We are hoping to have a sellout. I think they were just under 200 when I left St. Louis. So if you haven't heard about this, October 19th at Whitmore Country Club, 5:30 is when the doors will open. They'll have a cocktail hour. There's a woman who is an animal communicator. And I'm telling you, people are swearing by this. She's a medium. Whitmore Country Club, all the proceeds going to Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue. If you haven't purchased your tickets yet, please do so. It was $90,000 for them to take care of all of the rescues last year alone. So they definitely need our help. So we've got two big things coming up for you. That one, on October 19th is the Yuppie Puppy Gala. October 10th is our live show from Yanology in Frontenac on Lindbergh. Again, not only are we going to be there on October 10th at noon, but we'll be announcing our Feel the Authenticity event, which will be coming up in December. But I'm going to make sure that we put that out there when I come back to you. You'll let us know what day is best for you, whether it's a weekday or you want to do it on a weekend. But this is a workshop where we're going to take care of your mental, your spiritual, and your physical side. And then our big celebration, I can't believe it's already here. Next week, Friday, we will be at Circle 6 Watering Hole in Defiance. I think there's 41 tickets that have been purchased already. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, please do so. They're $40 for those tickets for the 400th show. And the reason for the show tickets is so that we can raise money for responder rescue. That's our police, that's our fire, that's our EMS workers, the paramedics, the dispatchers, etc. All the true heroes we're going to be giving to responder rescue. And I would love to see you there. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, please do so. You're going to have incredible steak dinner. You're going to have a couple of drink tickets. There's going to be music there. We'll have some fun giveaways, and we'll just celebrate how quickly we got to 400 shows, which is just amazing. You're looking at it. If you're not on Facebook and you're on our other channels, you're looking at the pictures of where we're going to be. It's just adjacent to the Katy Trail. It's going to be a lot of fun. We would love to see you there. All right, I'm going to take one final break before we wrap up live and show you a little bit more of Grand Solmar Land's End. If you are on right now my Facebook page, you get the show between the show. We'll be back with all the rest of you that are on YouTube, X, Rumble, and Instagram, and we'll wrap up the show live from Cabo when we return.
I'm excited to announce my all-new mattress topper. In the times we're in, I wanted to bring you the best affordable mattress topper ever. So I took my two best technologies and combined them to make the ultimate mattress topper. And now you can get it for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. It all starts with my famous MyPillow foam that provides you that overall full body support. Second is the individual comfort supports that give you an amazing custom sleep experience. It's like it's made specifically for you. The queen size alone has over 14,000 comfort supports. This is the perfect mattress topper to improve any bed. New bed, old bed, your guest beds. Get them for every bedroom in your house. Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the all-new My Mattress Topper for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. Don't delay, order today.
And when I get back to St. Louis, I know it's going to be very, very cold. Yes, definitely different than when we left, which it was still pool season. But now officially with fall kicking off, a lot of people are closing down their pools. This is a view for you, by the way, on the West Outer Road in Arnold. Just pools, pool and spa specialists. And a lot of them are closing their pools back in St. Louis right now. So make sure you buy your winterizing kits. 10% off, 50% off, by the way, while they last, all the fun pool toys. If you have not put in a pool, they also can do that for you. So get on the calendar. Hopefully, next year, they can try to do that for you, whether it's an in-ground or an above-ground pool, or you want to add. That's what a lot of people do. They add to their current pools, and they put in Maybe you want to have some new steps put in, or maybe a slide, or maybe it's a diving board. There's the inside of Just Pools. Pool and spa specialist, again, on the West Outer Road in Arnold. Tell them that we sent you in, and maybe, excuse me, maybe you want to get a hot tub to add to your pool. Thank you, Madonna, for being a part of our show. All right, we're just a few minutes from wrapping up. Thank you, everybody, for being on with us. We've truly enjoyed it. We were talking again about how you bring back vacation and how you keep things going and you don't leave it all here. Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. It is just stunning here. So if you're thinking about going on vacation and you think about putting Cabo on your list, I want you to look into our friends here at Grand Solmar Land's End, one of the most beautiful resorts in all of Cabo. And it's all about not just the beauty of it, but their level of care, their level of detail, and location, right? As I mentioned, right up against the arch. You're welcome, Gennaro. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, do me a favor. Do not forget to reach out to me because we want to have you on the show. Brian Ledford, oh my gosh, we love your daughter. She is our intern that is working with us, and she's the one moderating. But Brian and I used to work together at Fox. So good to see you on. Joanne, Tony, good morning. Good morning. I love that we were able to come to you live on Monday and today from Cabo San Lucas. I want to give you one more view. And again, we are coming to you on two different cameras and multiple platforms. So let me lift up here for a second. For those of you that are on YouTube, X, Rumble, and Instagram right now, I'm doing this because, again, if you're tuning in late, the program that we normally come to, they're having an issue with Meta. So they said they apologize, but I was like, I don't want everybody to miss out on Facebook since we have such a huge audience on Facebook. This is the view that you may have missed out on Monday. This is where we stay. So if you have followed me over the years, from my days at Fox to my days at KSTK to my WIL days, I think it's all the way back then, we bought here back in 2010. I've been coming since 2012. We usually come every other year. I think I'm going to start coming every year and accelerate. But a lot of people have asked me over the years, do you love your timeshare? And the answer is 100% yes. This is the best decision I ever made. And as we bring this home, it's all about needing to slow down in life, needing to relax. So Jim and I are going to go over and work out. So for me, I know you probably think, is that true relaxation? It is, because it allows you to just, I'm doing like an hour and a half workout while I'm here, just doing a lot of cardio first, and then I do my lifting. I'm going to show you some of the Fitness Friday and Wellness Wednesday when we come back into St. Louis, some of the stuff that I taped here. But yes, for me, I never want to miss out on workouts. And my workouts are so much better. I don't know about you all, but my workouts are better because you just get to slow down a little bit. And you're not trying to rush during a lunch hour, or you're trying to do it before you run into work. My whole thing is, when we wrap up the show here in just a couple of minutes, is to look out at that ocean, and whatever I'm feeling, take that feel back with me. And that's the biggest thing that I want for all of you. So if you've got a vacation booked, or please do so because you deserve it, don't just keep working and not enjoying the fact that something like this is existing out in the world, and you just need to take time for yourself. And that's so important. Self-love, self-care. I'm huge on all of that. Then this feel that you have here, find whatever it is that connects with you and take it back home and allow it to bring you that mental, spiritual, physical connection in life that you so justly deserve. So for me, journaling to a whole new level, finishing the book. So I'm going to sit here on the balcony and write a few more chapters of my book that I've been writing for the last, I don't even know how many years. I promised to do that. I wrote about 5 chapters when I was here a couple of months ago. I'd like to hopefully close out another 3, and then eventually be able to tell you that, cross your fingers, that the book will be coming out in hopefully 2025. All about bringing everything home that I am always talking to you all about. So as we wrap up, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching, for sharing the show, understanding that we are here for you every single morning, bringing you what you need more of in life. Not the negativity of the news, but calmness, peace, serenity, etc. Stephanie says, thank you. It looks relaxing. My sister had back surgery. Then she had a fall and broke her femur in 2 places. They put a plate in. She's been stressed out. Well, be there for her, right? Be there for your friends, be there for your family. And that's the greatest thing that we can do, is just be kind to each other. So I'm going to wrap up here. We're going to go work out, have some breakfast, and then my first day, even though we're getting ready to wrap up our vacation, my first day to truly just relax by the beach with no plans at all, except for dinner later tonight at 7 o'clock. So that is what's going to happen for me. The ocean, the beauty, bringing back home the calmness. And yes, if you've never looked this place up and you're thinking about coming to Cabo, feel free to email me, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. I can tell you a little bit more about it. I can hook you up with the general manager and some friends here. Whether you just want to stay for 1 week or you want to actually buy like we did, we can help you out with that. Incredible place. Everybody, wherever you are, whatever part of the country you are in, if you are anywhere near the hurricane, our thoughts and prayers again going out to you. Take care of everybody. If you've got friends in that area, be sure to reach out to them to make sure that they're okay. And be safe, everybody. But the greatest thing you can do is be kind, right? God bless you all. Thanks so much for watching. And we will be back with you with our Ask the Doctor segment on Monday with Dr. Sarah Jensen from Regional Dermatology. And we'll talk about the author of the book, Missouri Comfort, on Tuesday, along with introducing you to Sarah Glasser, the owner of Yenology. We'll talk about her walk of life and her incredible background, what that woman has done in her life before she decided to open Yenology. You'll be able to hear yourself in that story, possibly. All of that coming up for you next week. Can't wait to see you. Love you all. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.